What's up, everybody? My name's Jim Harrop and welcome to the channel. Tonight we are going to be working on this 63 Corvair behind me here. It's a buddy of mine's car. It needs just a little bit of love. It needs some fuel work. It needs starter put in, a little bit of suspension work, and whatever else I can find on it just to help him out. Probably a couple more days working on this and it should be out of here. Once we're done, we're going to take it for a test drive. We'll see how it works out, and hopefully it's all within this week. Besides that, stay tuned because we do have quite a bit of stuff coming up in the next month or so. We're going to be doing some drag car stuff, maybe some motorcycle stuff. Behind me here on the side, this is my bike. We are going to be taking that over to an airbrush guy. Hopefully we can get some filming of that, and you're going to love the way that turns out. I got some great ideas, so does he, and hopefully we can get that worked out. So besides that stuff, let's get started on this car. All right, put the starter in. We'll see how far we get with the rest of the stuff I mentioned before. But on this car, we got lucky. A lot of people on the internet say you got to take the axles out to get the starter out. On this car, it's not running the heating duct, so we don't have to worry about that. We can actually snake the starter out through where that is and where the fuel line is. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. All I had to do was pull the wheel off. We got it up on the lift, so that makes it easier. You could do this on the ground if you had to, just on jack stands, but it's pretty straightforward. So let's go ahead and get this starter put in. I'll put you over here and you can watch me go ahead and do that. Here's the new starter. This is a Rebo starter that one was already on here. Shout out to the guys over at Hart Auto Electric in Glendora, New Jersey. If you're local, go ahead and check them out. They're not sponsored or anything like that, but they do great work. They've been around for years. Go ahead and go check them out. Let's go ahead. We got the starter in. She is in there. See if you guys can see that. Alright. So, got the starter in. We're going to go up front. Fuel tank's in the front on these cars because the engine's in the back. We're going to go up front. We're going to drop this tank down. So the reason we're taking this tank out is at one point must have got a puncture in the front. It's obviously easy to do being in the front of the car. Back in the day, I guess they tried to solder it back together with some lead, and it's still leaking after all this time. So we're gonna go ahead and put a new one in. We got a new one at Rock Auto. Got a new tank, new sending unit, new everything, new filter sock, and we also got a new fuel line that we're gonna run down the center of the car. Already dropped the belly pan out, so we're gonna go ahead and pull the old one out and put a new one in. Here we go. So to get the fuel tank out on this car, you actually have to remove the sway bar, which is okay because we have to replace these anyway. The bushings on these are non-existent. The ones that are actually heater hose. So we're gonna go ahead and take these out, put some new ones in. So this is what I'm telling you about, how these bushings are dry rotted, cracking, falling apart. You can see it in there. And then non-existent inner ones are actually what looks like just cut heater hose. So we already ordered a whole new set of front ones from, I want to say it's California Corvair. If anybody's looking for some parts, go check them out. They quick turnaround time. I mean, if they're shipping from California, they got here within, say, like 3 or 4 days. So that was pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Prices are good, and they had some good stuff. So go ahead and check them out if you're looking for parts for Corvair. Alright, so we're going to go ahead now. We're going to drop the fuel tank. I already drained all the gas out of it. The fuel was so far varnished. It's been sitting for quite a while, it looks like. That's also the reason we are replacing the fuel line, and we're going to rebuild the carburetor as well. So there's a whole bunch of stuff wrong with the whole fuel system. So it happens when cars sit for a while. What's up, bud? This is my dog. Say hi to Rock. Hey, Rock. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this going. When in doubt, more extensions. So one thing the owner wanted me to check on this car was the presence of any rot that was in hidden places. So obviously one of the first places I checked was underneath this belly pan when I took this down. Another place is going to be up here where the fuel tank used to be. So here we go, there's your fuel tanks down. Let's go ahead and build the next one. With the new sending unit, you want to go ahead and you're going to slide on the new filter sock. Put on your O-ring. Slide that down over top. Put a little bit of lube for the O-ring. Pretty much use anything that's not going to eat it up. I like to use dielectric grease. They actually make a O-ring lubricant. You can buy that separate if you want that, but I like to use this stuff. It's cheaper. So go ahead, when you slide this in, you're going to orient the tube, the outlet tube facing down. There's 2 ears on the filter. Oh, there's 2 ears on the tank that pretty much make it foolproof. Go ahead and slide this in. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Obviously we're on a new day, so didn't finish up last night. Let's go ahead and get into the garage here, and almost ran over some shit. So all right, continuing where we left off yesterday, we are going to be finishing up the fuel tank in this Corvair right here behind me. After that, maybe we'll get started on the fuel line and maybe the carburetor if it needs it, but we'll find out. All right, let's get to it. Okay, so we have the new fuel tanks in here already. Got the fuel lines hooked up top for the fill. We didn't run the fuel lines yet, obviously, so we have to do that next. Alright, so I know yesterday I said that I got the sway bar bushings from California Corvair. Turns out I actually got them from FCRC Machine. Same thing, out of California though. They actually had them in stock. California did not. They had ones for, I think, the turbo car, but not this car. So we have them right here. We're gonna go ahead and put these in. All right, so we just got the sway bar bushings put in. Sway bars back up in the car. We're gonna start on the fuel line and then maybe throw some gas in it, fire it up. All right, so now we're underneath here. We're gonna take out this fuel line here. Runs all the way back. Actually runs off to the side. It runs off to the side up here, and then over top of the trans, and then back down the side over here. So we are gonna try and pull this thing out of here. Alright, so it would turn out that we were very much sent the wrong pre-bent line for this car. Don't know what it's for. So we're just going to use the line that we have as far as pre-bent, the brand new one. We're going to rebend it the way we need it, and it looks like it might be a little long, so we're going to have to cut some of the edge off and reflare the end. So let's get started. Alright, so we got the fuel line up, and in the tunnel we have part of the belly pan back up, and it is routed over top of transmission and over to this side. I haven't got this side yet, but I'm going to show you guys where I'm at so far before I go ahead and put the belly pan back on. Alright, so if you can see here, there's a silver line right here. runs through the belly pan now and out the other side in the front, and then over and up, if you can see it. There you go, and then through the frame rail there. So back here it goes up behind the, what was that, subframe, behind the subframe here. Up over the top, if you can still see it. Hold on, let me get a flashlight. Alright, so it comes up here, behind there, over top of the transmission. You can see that line right there. Oh, that one. It's hard to see. And then it comes out right here. Now I need to cut this to make it fit there and hit that frame rail, but we will get to that. Alright, so we got the fuel line set up and connected. We just bypassed the filter for now to make sure, see if we can get fuel pressure up to the carburetors. I brought the car down here, and after trying quite a few times to get it to start, it looks like we're gonna have to take those carburetors off and rebuild them. So folks, that about wraps it up for us tonight. We are gonna have to take those carburetors off and rebuild them, but we don't have time tonight. So if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.